If you've ever dealt with that nagging ache in your back, you know it can just ruin your entire day. But what if you could do more than just pop a painkiller? Today, we're going to break down massage therapy and show you how it's an incredibly powerful tool for tackling one of the most common problems out there, back pain. So here's what we've got on tap. First, we're going to explore why back pain is just everywhere. Then, we'll get into the actual science of how massage really works. After that, we'll look at all the different types of massage out there, check out some really targeted techniques, and then, most importantly, talk about how to make that relief stick around. All right, first up, let's just acknowledge how widespread this is. I mean, if you've ever felt that twinge in your back, you are in a massive, massive club. But why? Why are so many of us dealing with this? It seems like such a simple question, right? But the answer? Well, it can be pretty complicated. Whether it's that dull ache in your lower back after a long day, or that sharp knot between your shoulder blades, it's all coming from somewhere. And for so many of us, it comes from the way we live our lives today. Just look at this number, 80%. That's not a small figure. That's 4 out of every 5 adults who will deal with serious back pain at some point. So the biggest takeaway here is this. If you're hurting, you are definitely not alone. It's practically a universal part of the human experience.
So what's causing this epidemic of achy backs? Well, a huge part of it is our modern lifestyle. Just think about it for a second. We spend hours and hours sitting at a desk, maybe slumped over a laptop, and then pile on the daily stress that makes all our muscles clench up without us even realizing it. It is literally the perfect recipe for back pain.
Okay, so we get the causes, but what about the fix? Let's dig into the science here, because what a massage therapist is doing is way more than just rubbing your muscles. There's some serious biology at play. A lot of the time, the problem starts with something called a trigger point. Have you ever had a really sore spot in your shoulder, but you feel the pain shooting up your neck? That is a trigger point. It's a tiny, angry knot in your muscle that's actually causing pain somewhere else. A good massage therapist knows how to find these spots and get right to the source of the problem. And here's a peek under the hood at what's happening inside your body. It's not just a temporary good feeling. A massage is actively improving your blood flow, which helps healing. It reduces inflammation. It signals your brain to release its own natural painkillers, endorphins. And on top of all that, it actually lowers your levels of the stress hormone, cortisol. It's a total win-win. And check this out. This is a real, measurable result. Studies have shown that regular massage can improve your range of motion by as much as 30%. I mean, that is huge. It means we're not just talking about pain relief. We're talking about getting your mobility back, about being able to bend over and tie your shoes without wincing. It's about restoring function. Okay, so we know why it works. Now let's talk about the what. There are a ton of different massage styles out there, and choosing the right one can feel a bit daunting. So let's lay out the most popular options on a spectrum, from super intense all the way down to nice and gentle. When you're dealing with that deep, chronic, it's been there for years kind of back pain, most experts are going to point you towards a deep tissue massage. Now, this is not your fluffy robe, relaxing day at the spa. This is serious work. It uses slow, heavy pressure to get way down into the deeper layers of muscle and break up all that old scar tissue and those adhesions. This little chart breaks down the two heavy hitters perfectly. On one side, you've got deep tissue. It's high intensity, and it's built for those really stubborn, chronic problems. On the other side, you have Swedish massage. This one uses those long, gliding strokes. It's much more gentle, and it's absolutely fantastic for just general relaxation and melting away the tension from a stressful week. And if you look at the numbers, the difference is pretty stark. For people with significant chronic pain, deep tissue massage can lead to a 70% reduction in pain. That's amazing. Now, Swedish massage is no slouch. It still delivers a really solid 40% reduction. But this shows you why deep tissue is the go-to when things get serious. So if you're kind of new to massage, or maybe the idea of high intensity sounds a little scary, Swedish is the perfect place to start. It's all about loosening up those surface muscles, boosting your circulation, and it feels absolutely incredible for tackling that everyday tension we all carry around. Now, therapeutic massage is a little different. It's not one specific style. Think of it more like a custom-built treatment plan. A skilled therapist will actually mix and match different techniques, maybe some deep tissue, some trigger point therapy, to create a session that's tailored specifically for you and your issue, especially for complex stuff like fibromyalgia or a herniated disc. All right, but it doesn't stop there. The world of massage gets even more precise. Let's look at a few really cool, specialized techniques that are designed to hit very specific problems with laser-like focus. Hot stone massage is a perfect example of this. The therapist places these smooth, heated stones on key spots on your back. That warmth starts to seep in and just melt the tension out of your muscles. This lets the therapist work much more deeply without having to use a ton of painful pressure. It's pretty amazing.
And here's why it works so well. That heat can actually penetrate 1.5 inches deep into your muscle tissue. Think about that. That's way deeper than fingers and elbows can comfortably go. It opens up the blood vessels and helps flush everything out, bringing some powerful, deep relief.
Now let's talk about trigger point therapy. Remember those nasty little knots we mentioned? This technique is like a search and destroy mission for them. The therapist finds the exact spot, applies direct, steady pressure, and basically holds it until that pain signal just gives up and switches off. It can be intense, for sure, but it is incredibly effective.
And for something totally different, you've got shiatsu. This is a Japanese technique that doesn't use any oil at all. The therapist uses finger pressure along the body's energy lines. You can even stay fully clothed for it, which makes it a fantastic, non-invasive option that's especially good for improving your flexibility. Look, getting a massage is wonderful, but what we all really want is for that good feeling to last, right? So for this last part, let's zoom out a bit and talk about what you can do to keep the benefits going long after you've left the massage table. Here's the thing. Massage is most powerful when it's part of a bigger plan. The real work happens in your daily life. That means strengthening your core to support your back, fixing your workstation so you're not slouching, drinking plenty of water, and yeah, making massage a regular maintenance thing instead of just an emergency fix. And the proof is in the pudding. People who actually commit to a maintenance plan like this can see a jaw-dropping 90% reduction in how often they have painful flare-ups. It just goes to show you how powerful it is to be proactive about your health instead of just reacting to pain.
So after all of that, after looking at the science, the different styles, and the long-term strategies, the real question isn't does massage work, it's what are you going to do with this information? Think about it. What does your personal path to a more comfortable, pain-free life look like starting today?